We're going to spend a few moments just taking a breath here. How would that be? I think the fire's been burning pretty bright here as of late. I've had the privilege of being associated with Marion for 19 years because before I was president, I had 4 years when I had a daughter here. So I got to be associated that way. And actually before that, we hired a lot of teachers from Marion. But at least for my association, we've never had any better first semester. If you look at all the various things that we accomplish. So, you know, we're the type of people that start fires and let loose fires. And sometimes it's good to sit by the campfire a moment and just reflect on what we've done. Remember, we got together in August and we talked about coal and how to do something inspirational to go above and beyond. And that was pretty exciting. This is an alumni group. That's an overweight president there on your left. When you see pictures like that, you say, you know, I'm not eating breakfast tomorrow. I just noticed that today. Well, of course, that was in the fall. I've lost a lot of weight since then. But those poor other guys up there, they're the ones. But we had a record number of alums come back, and these classes went together, and one after another started endowed scholarships, 50,000, 100,000, pretty remarkable. And we had a great fall, of course. That was a fun day, motorcycle and all. Coach Henninger, I don't know if you saw the front page of the Criterion. If you want to read an inspirational news article about one of your co-workers, read about Coach Henninger. I think I noticed him upstairs. So he's released a little fire around here. We won our national championships. Next year, the football program will be 10 years old here. And not only that, the way we comport ourselves and the way we've done things in the interviews, I've seen them on TV, and our players, pretty remarkable. Second year in a row, National Coach of the Year by the American Football Coaches Association. That's the big deal. There's a lot of Coach of the Year, like we could call them Coach of the Year if we wanted. I think a lot of campuses do that kind of thing, or they get 3 schools together and say, let's each have a Coach of the Year every 3rd year. What do you say? This is actually the National Coach of the Year. It's pretty hard to do. I told him that means you're not a jerk, Coach. That means you're a nice guy. Sometimes when we win, we become a little full of ourselves and we're hard to handle. So I'm really proud of Coach and the team. Katie Gerald's Indy's Best and Brightest finalist under 40. If you want to watch a really good basketball coach, go to the girls' game. By the way, we have a big game tonight if you want to go to good basketball. Tonight's a men's play. But congratulations those two. I just put a few examples up here. Our 21st Century Scholar Program, I believe we have 180 students in that program here at Marion University. And Teresa Lubbers, who's the Commissioner of Higher Ed, gives out an award every year for the best program in the state. Your university won that. Now, 21st Century Scholars are great students. They've been involved in the free and reduced lunch program, and they get to sign up for 21st Century Scholar when they're in 8th grade. So it isn't students from privilege, but I must tell you the remarkable progress, graduation rates, retention, GPAs, professional school admission, or scholars, unbelievable, really. Really brings a lot of diversity to our campus. So this is a big feather in our cap. It's a big part of our mission. Look at that nice young lady there. Tanya Hall runs that program. And everybody cooperates and collaborates with Tanya. You here today? Tanya, good job. Feel like a rock star, don't you? You probably wish you had one of these little mics, don't you? Well, you don't get the mic. So, U.S. News World Report, when I first was here, we weren't rated. Now we moved up to 24th in the Midwest. We'll just keep moving up. That's retention, graduation rates, your GPAs, percent of alumni who give. If you know any alumni, tell them to give. There's a grateful man. Now, some people think the provost is a little too serious, engineer type guy. There he is. HLC accreditation, really flying colors. Another 10-year accreditation. By the way, we were notified today Bill Harding, by the way. Bill Harding, are you here? Good job, Bill. So, it's my opinion, and I think it's true. Well, it'll be true here, okay, because it's my opinion. So quality assurance is the highest level you want to go for with Higher Learning Commission. And 100 schools are now moved on to the quality assurance method of getting accredited for 10 years. And they selected 4 quality assurance documents and presentations to be highlighted at a national conference. Guess who's one of the 4? Marian University. So that's a big deal, Bill. We have some board members here. One, I know, will be Jonathan Alley, the CEO of St. Vincent's Health. We have our more graduate programs accredited, especially our graduate nursing program, which I know some people are very interested in, partners of ours. And so we're going to have 5 new graduate programs next year. That'll be a lot for us to put on the table, but right now we got them approved. We're rolling. We're hiring people. This is a big deal for us. It'll help us with our WIG. Everybody know what the WIG is? The wildly important goal, double the number of graduates by 2025. Emily Dahl, 2nd year in a row. Now, we have OR scholars. I don't know if you know about the program. It's very, very challenging to get selected as an OR fellow. Thank you, Ellen Witt, for, I think I saw your bright, shiny face out here. There you go. Bringing students to apply and get them organized. And you know, you're in there with all the best students, Notre Dame, all over Indiana. And Emily, 2nd year in a row, we get an OR scholar from Marian University. That's top-notch stuff. These are great opportunities for these students. It's great opportunities to put our commitment to putting leaders in the field on display. So you tell Emily we're very proud of her when you see her. 32nd National Championship in cycling. We have students, I noticed, they come from all over the world now. They're coming to us. They have to take a ticket, get in line. That's nice to have a program where people are calling you from around the world. Dean Peterson, Dean the Dream, keeps doing a great job. And there's the football champions. That was really fun in Daytona. Thank you, faculty and staff. That was right around finals. People did heroic things to make all that happen. So really wonderful to have such cooperation and to be on ESPN and all. There's a happy guy, Dr. Britt. So last year, we like to set goals, okay? And if they're audacious, I always like high goals, because high goals are better goals. Because even if you don't hit them, you get higher, right? If you take easy goals, you might relax. So last year we had a high goal to raise $15 million. And so we were a little nervous this year. We made a $20 million goal. But we've got a problem. The year doesn't end until June 30th, and we've already hit our goal. So what's the solution? What's the solution when you have a goal of 20 million and you already have commitments a little over at 20 million? You call Dr. Britt in your office, say, Dr. Britt, we need a new goal. So Dr. Britt is passing out antacids to all of his staff. We have a new goal. We're not exactly, I don't think we've completely negotiated it yet, but it's high. And that'll be good for all of us. And a minute I'll tell you about, we have a $12 million gift committed to Marian to help with student life and learning, etc. And we have some other 2 million, some millions. You can't get to that high unless you get some big gifts. But this is just a wonderful thing. By the way, when someone commits that to our students in this community and our future, they're really betting on you come through. That's who, I mean, they're investing in us. There's no magic dust. You don't get in there and twist their arm or talk them out of their money. They say, here, you have a track record. We believe in your faculty. We believe in your leadership. We believe in your mission. We believe in your values. There are a lot of great universities around. I think it's our values that put us a little different in the marketplace. When I say I think that, I'm very, very confident the longer I serve here. So they're doing well. We're going to need to even do better because we have big goals. There's our football players. start to finish, moving forward. I don't know what their theme will be next year, but I'm pretty excited because it seems to work. We're talking about leadership. These are 3 of our presidential ambassadors. So the crown jewel of the Marion community is always the students. That's why we always gather around, eventually get great work done. These students, there's a number of them. When we have public events, greet people, I'm always so impressed with our student ambassadors. They're doing great work, and you see it on display. Don't you see, whether it's service, academics, research, the research projects we saw at the end of December. Was it December? Yeah, it was early December, late November. Awesome. The faculty research we saw just a couple weeks ago, we started campus, but our students are catching the buzz and achieving at a high level. Remember our mission: be a great Catholic university dedicated to providing students with excellent teaching and learning. We include research in that. Some people have thought maybe we ought to put the word research in it. We assume top-notch teaching and learning is informed by research. In the Franciscan and liberal arts tradition, it's also never been more clear to me that the original inspiration for St. Francis, the forming of the Franciscan community, the coming to this country, the setting up the idea of teaching teachers, to keep expanding, to build a liberal arts college, to move to a Marian University, to keep venturing forward. At the core of it is always infused by faith, the faith that God calls us to do something special for humanity, to advance human flourishing in healing, in education, business and enterprise, not-for-profit, ministries of all sorts, where you serve the human person. You serve through great education, developing people's intellect and skills and moral fiber, and then they make the world a better place where human beings flourish, not be diminished. That'll always be at our core. We live them out through these values by prayerfully reflecting on the dignity of each person we encounter, whether it be in literature and science or whatever way we do that. Responsible stewardship, peace and justice, and of course reconciliation, because we will mess up. Our big 5 power goals we're going to push hard on. Mission and identity. Within mission and identity, we're going to focus on a Sisters of St. Francis Legacy Fund in support of the sisters and outreach to low-income students. Religious identity and art on campus. Funding of scholarships for San Damiano scholars, seminarians. Within mission identity, we're going to do a strong Hispanic outreach. Remember now our strategic plan, we're not going to do everything at once, but those are going to be some of the big items in that area, and always trying to articulate and further understand what does it mean to be a great Catholic university in the 21st century. How does that inform and advance academic excellence, how we form community, how we serve. Academic quality. We have a lot going in that area. I'll further explain some things, but next year at this time, I'm looking at Anthony with our global studies. We're going to form a task force on looking at the idea of creating a Marian University Honors College for best and brightest students that we'd attract to our community. By this time next year, we'll have a clear STEM program, and we'll be advancing that whole to keep. We're going to expand our science labs this summer too, but we want to do a really big thing there. And with Dr. Offman coming on and some other announcements I want to give you today, we want to take that a whole nother step. The College of our School of Education, we're looking at creating a college there. We're looking at the College of Arts and Sciences. How will that come to be on campus? How will that inform our education quality? Build a new business school. We're going to advance business. There'll be a lot going on there. Enrollment is at the center. Feeds our WIG, the processes. Dr. Woolston. We're going to do some consolidating, be more information about how we're going to coordinate enrollment. But to chase our WIG, we're going to be excellent enrollment. Dr. Woolston's been very thankful. I think I can speak on your behalf of the faculty involvement. We just see all sorts of innovation from our faculty in terms of enrollment. And we will make progress in that area, not only undergrads, but all these graduate programs, and continue with retention. Be a big deal. We're going to talk more about leadership, but that has to have the substance and distinctiveness. Whether I talk to healthcare professionals, hospitals, they want leaders. Education, they're calling every day, they want leaders. Business, they want leaders. Not-for-profit, the church, they want leadership badly, and they're calling for us to do more. That'll, of course, feed the WIG, and then we're going to expand resources. Human, hire more people, keep developing the people we have. Financial, we're going to raise a lot of money. We see $200 million worth of needs, and we're going to chase the resources to do it, to become a great Catholic university. The people who will partner with us want us to be a great Catholic university. They want great people, great leaders, and that's what we'll need in that kind of resource. We'll be innovative, we'll provide new facilities, we'll do all the things in the resource area, we'll collaborate with our neighborhood. In the summer, in June, we'll have the 22 Franciscan Catholic College University on campus talk about collaborating. We think there's a way to expand our resource base by working with neighborhood, city, healthcare, business. If we work alone, we'll have only our resources. If we work with others, we lever up. And that's how we're going to do it. There's old Greg Gender. The CFO hardly ever smiles. So he's the wildly important goal. By the way, we're responding to a need for more Marian graduates, but it does make our economic model much better here as our enrollment expands. It spreads the fixed cost out by a lot more people. It'll make us stronger, and we'll make Greg smile. Value proposition. We are going to move forward on quality. What does that mean? New programs, certainly. But everything we do every day, in preparation of a class, designing a curriculum, whatever we do every day at a higher quality and level brings more students and a willingness to pay an appropriate price for excellence. The first set of test scores out of our med school are excellent. That'll bring more med students, top med students. These kind of things, we have to have proof of them. Look at this. Dr. Doug, I'm grateful for 15 years of working alongside some of the best people you could imagine. Dr. Doug, thank you for your service. And that's the kind of thing we work together. I think look at that. A slogan of educating transformational leaders is just a slogan. Every day we have to work at putting substance and distinctiveness behind our values and how we educate leaders, academic preparation, skill preparation, and value preparation. You have to have substance, and you have to be able to market it and communicate it. Saying it won't get it done. Value, value, value. People will pay a lot and borrow a lot for an excellent education. They won't for average or less, nor should they. Education's never been more valuable, even beyond economics, obviously. But it has to be there, and educating leaders, people will prefer our graduate if they have leadership traits. Leaders have intellectual curiosity, inquisitiveness traits, they have excellent skills, and they're trustworthy people. There's 3 buckets there. We have a lot of things in our strategic plan, so we'll be concentrating on a few this next 18 months, and I wanted to talk about them a little. And we'll have to work together on them. So if you say, well, that's for those guys, School of Ed, well, our teachers come out of a core curriculum. They come out of athletic programs and drama programs, so it's always going to be a team effort. You can't establish a new program without a great marketing plan, without a fundraising plan, without quality, without measurements. The marketing guys will always tell you, I need measurements. What you say it's quality, you feel good about it. Now I want some data, proofs. So we always have to, we're going to invest where teamwork flurries. The big universities, public universities, they start every year out with just a ton of money. Highly endowed universities, a ton of money, just starters, without earning a dime. So we have to be more creative, more resourceful, more innovative. Our resource base is growing, no doubt about it. It's one of the fastest growing resource base in higher ed, especially compared percentage-wise where we started. We're really zooming, but we will have to be always a touch. Dr. Atlas said once, I used the phrase, we know how to fight up a weight class. We'll have to keep doing that. Might be a little smaller, we're just going to have to be a little faster and hit them when they're not looking. Okay, prioritizing investments then. We will look, say, well, how do you know? Budget season, we just received a lot of budgets. People have unlimited wants. It's the old economic problem, right? Unlimited wants with limited resources. So we'll look at our WIG. Does it drive enrollment? Does it drive quality? So we'll look, do we have a leader in place? Is there a team in place? Is there a clear plan in place? If those things aren't there, we have to get those in place before it's most worthy of investment. One of the first things I want to do is the things we've already invested in, let's make sure we're at full throttle. So if we have that many dancers and we can have 40, let's get them. If there's room in an academic department, let's get it. Because we've already set up the physical plant and the right size faculty, let's fill it up. That's the best place to start, because it's not added investment, it's just fill it up. Get the marketing plan and get with the students and get it done. Band, we could have more. So there's a few examples. I had international students down there, Anthony, for you. So we want more international students. Did you get my, okay. We're going to add wrestling next year. That should be interesting. I met my first wrestler on campus the other day. I hugged him. I thought he looked at me a bit strange. I said, listen, you're the first wrestler I've ever met on campus. I just wanted to hug you. He said, okay. Well. I didn't know what to do. I was so excited. We're going to start playing lacrosse, women's lacrosse next year and the year after. I hope to have men's lacrosse. There will be a board committee called an athletic task force committee. Dr. Woolston, this is oversimplifying, but he looks at our enrollment in 3 buckets. We're really good at recruiting athletes. Coaches, admission, faculty. We just seem, did you notice all of our athletic teams are good? Bowling's in the top 5 or 10. I think girls are number 2 in the nation. The men are top 10. Football, Steve Downing, our athletic director, sits there grinning ear to ear. He's so proud of them. Conference champs and track and field. I'm sure I'm missing some. Oh, our tennis is excellent. So just forgive me if I missed any. But we're really good at filling those rosters with quality student athletes. Academic All-Americans are going up, GPAs are going up, retention's going up. We measure all this stuff. So that department's humming, that bucket. So if we could add some more sports that make sense and get the facilities, that probably would make some sense. Even looking at hockey. Wouldn't it be fun to have a hockey team? And we're looking at the neighborhood and coordination. I just think it'd be, I've never really gone to about 2 or 3 hockey games, but it seemed like it'd be fun. And the Blackhawks are real popular among the students, and we have the fuel and they feed the Blackhawks. So anyway, we won't start a pro team though, they'll be intercollegiate. The other bucket are students, Pell Grant, people who need our outreach, our diversity. We're really good at that. That 21st Century Scholar program, we're really, really good at that. There's a third bucket of what we call real discerning, high-end students that can go to a lot of universities. We want to capture a bigger percent of those. We're not capturing enough of those. So that's why you want to look at a Marian College, a honors college. You want to look at the quality of student life that really attracts top-notch students. Our facility, our dining facility is really 4 or 5 classrooms, and we took walls down, strung together. At some point, we need a nice dining room. By the way, Deb Lawrence provided me this really neat couple pages of research about where faculty and staff gather to dine and discuss. The level of intellectual exchange and connections in the community go way up. So these are significant places where people will gather. So we need to do some things that will continue to build community in these 3 buckets: athletics and build enrollment. In the middle one, outreach to Hispanic, Latino, different groups that heretofore haven't been highly represented in higher ed, and do a great job with them. And then the sophisticated student can go 3 or 4 places. After they've looked at 3 or 4, they decide here and stay. we're going to keep doing that. We've got to do it more. Now, we are in, because we have a $12 million lead gift for this center for, I don't think this is going to work, it's too many words. I was thinking S2L3, student success in learning, life, and leadership, and I see head shaking, yeah, that's too much. Dr. Inneking liked it. He thought it was a formula of something. But what we hope for there is to eventually, what we want is 3 parts. We want a field house where intramurals, we do live in a winter state, as we all know right now quite well, where you can do a lot of things indoors, indoor track, a lot of basketball. When it's time for football, softball, baseball, they can get started in the winter. We want to expand our arena where we play basketball. We hope it's really jammed in there tonight. And that'll be a place of backup for big convocations of 3,000 plus people. We'd like to be over 3,000 seating. It'll be good for athletics. More workout space, physical fitness, gathering space, new classrooms, so we can get some faculty out of basements and different places. So this will be quite a mammoth facility with a new dining hall looking out over campus. You know where that little hill is between Oldenburg Hall and Clare Hall and Marion? You know, kind of how it goes up? That's where that would open up to with a patio. That's the plan. A lot of specifics will be developed. Underneath here, we'd like to start right after graduation on a new school of business. We see a lot of enrollment. Dr. Kershaw studied the marketplace. Enrollment in business schools is going up, and it's part of our leadership message and all. So this new business school will be quite nice. I know we have a $1 million commitment, a $2 million commitment, and some others that are coming along. We're going to put about a $15 million investment in scholarships and about, $8 million in scholarships and $7 million in the building, right around there. So that'll be moving forward, and that'll actually start this summer. You know where that wall is when you come out of Marion Hall Chapel and it's kind of crumbling and looks so bad? That's the first thing we're going to take out, okay? And we're going to put a nice little like step-down thing where students can gather and make that hopefully a 3-season area, and then that'll move into the new business school. So that's going to get started. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to get a task force to sign. I'd like the board involved, faculty, obviously, staff. What would an honors college look like here at Marion University in Indianapolis, Indiana? What unique contribution would that make to our vision and mission, academic quality, etc.? We think we have a lot of programs that you could bundle in there that are already here and maybe give it an image and a marketing and attract some great students. We'll also do it for STEM. We have a consultant that's been in for 6-7 months looking at, we have a good school of ed, and our principal academy is really is taken off, it's burgeoning. What could we do to be nationally prominent in preparing great K-12 educators and leaders for schools? If you talk about human flourishing, that's a sweet spot. And if you look at our counseling program coming into existence, we can do a lot for K-12 education. We are, but we think we can go another step if we get some mammoth investments. And then this concept we've had in the table, a College of Arts and Sciences, we think we have enough, we think this will be the year to put a plan together on that and come boldly forward. And we hope to build a facility off of the science lab and off of the back of this building towards the middle of campus and put a new face on a College of Arts and Sciences. That'll be, we got to get these couple projects done. That'll be the next big thing. We hope to entice some donors to do great things. And of course, the STEM thing will continue to expand everything in healthcare and the sciences and in that area. Exercise science. We're adding some more talent. We'll make a public announcement. Next week, we had wonderful search committees. Thank you for your effort. Dr. Don Sefcik will be Vice President for Health Professions, Dean of the Medical School. We started that search early because we didn't want to be without a dean. Dr. Sefcik is the #2 person at Michigan State, which is a very large enterprise. He's a physician, a pharmacist, and has an MBA. He'll be a very good leader for that area. Dr. Saab Akhman will be Associate Provost. His PhD is in mathematics from the University of Iowa. He comes from the Middle East originally, came to this country, has a great academic record. The search committee very much wanted him. quite a jovial fellow. I'm looking forward to have a smiling face here. Very talented. Dr. Othman is a little different than Tom. No, you right away I saw you pick up. As a contrast to our provost, no. Dr. Othman will be here when, Tom? February 15th, and Dr. Sefcik, March 1st. So they'll be coming. And then, of course, you have Ray, our chief, Ray Stanley. I call him Big Play Ray now. He's got a big job. And I should mention Adam Setmeyer. You know, Dan Conway did a great job, Mission Identity, and he was going to work part-time for us and part-time consulting, but the consulting firm wants him full-time. So Adam is going to be interim vice president for mission and ministry, and Sister's vice president for mission effectiveness. Get all this balanced out. And so we want to thank Adam publicly for stepping in and taking on this. There's going to be a million big things happening around here. Basketball teams are going to get heated up. That'll be a fun social deal. We can all participate in this next month or two because both programs are nationally prominent. But commencement, faculty, staff, everybody, students, I see students here. Commencement is the biggest day of the year for us, and we need to plan on all being together for that. Some people, I noticed last year we had a little bleed. Some students said, I think I'll just put my stuff in my car and drive off in the sunset. I say, wait a minute, you have to go through commencement first. That's a big deal. We have great recipients of honorary doctoral degrees that we'll finalize with the board. AFCU Symposium. Some of you have been working on this, a lot of you, sister, a lot of faculty, staff. We belong to a family of Franciscan institutions. I think there's 23 of them technically. And they will come, and we're going to look at better ways to collaborate. It's interesting, I'm thinking about healthcare. Catholic healthcare, if each hospital stood alone, I don't know how many fewer Catholic hospitals would be, but it'd probably be half or less. Because they came together. Now, when you go to St. Vincent's Hospital, that's the hospital you know. They're part of Ascension Health, the largest private health care provider in the world. Systems and processes working across line creates efficiencies and a future. And we're going to keep pushing on this. Whether it's collaborate with the city or collaborating with our neighbors or collaborating IPS. Now we're embedded in IPS, developing their leaders. We work with Cold Spring School, we work with the neighborhood, working with other universities on research, fundraising, leadership development, technology. You just go down the line. There's got to be a better way. It won't affect our students face to face here in this community with our faculty, but it might affect how we operate and be able to do things better and connect with other universities, graduate programs, international programs, etc. So that'll be a big thing. We have a nice gift from Lilly Endowment of $600,000, and we call it the Missionary Disciple Institute. It's going to be a leadership program we have in the summer for students who will come on our campus, and they'll be here, Adam, how long? A week. And we are going to inculcate them with the beauty of Marian University, leadership skills, and hopefully soon they'll enroll. If they don't, we'll still have contributed to building a better leader for the community and beyond, right? And it's a nice investment by Lilly Endowment. I forget how many institutions got grants, but we're going to show them how well we do with this and hopefully keep this program going. It's very consistent with our mission, and it'll feed enrollment. So you'll be asked to help with some of these and be involved and be engaged, and we need you to do it. And I know you'll do it, and I know you'll come through.